Alright, this is NBA 2K13. Now, if you've seen my NBA 2K12 video, you know that I hated that game with a passion. So I'm sure you're wondering whether or not I like this game. Well, it's a lot better, I'll give it that, and I do enjoy a lot of it, but it does suffer from some of the same issues that the other game had, but not to the same extent. Mostly, it's the new issues that piss me off. Offensive rebounding is out of control. Sometimes the pass logic is retarded. It's a lot better than 2K12 though, and they still have a lot of cheese. Like a lot of the same cheesy shit is still in this game as far as what the AI does. Their offense is essentially unstoppable at points, especially if you're playing like the Thunder or Miami like I am right now. So the big things, the big improvements, I guess, are defense is better, blocking's better. You can actually stay in front of your defender this year. When you get positioning under the rim, you can actually throw it down with more consistency. You won't throw up some stupid circus shot and miss the shot. Bounce passes are by far my favorite addition. They make passing way more fluid. And other than that, it is a much better game. I'll give it that. See that? I don't think I deserve that offensive rebound, but let's see if I still got his free throw down. Nope. Motherfucker has a difficult free throw, he always has. Okay, so 1 point, it's a start. LeBron in this game. I am not playing against LeBron because fuck that, because a fucking retarded autistic child could play with LeBron and beat the best player in the world. It's that easy to fucking use him. Like, you literally just run into the basket, dunk, dunk, dunk every fucking possession. You can get like 50 dunks in a game every single time you take it on the court with that guy. It's pretty stupid. My friends have already fucking agreed not to use that team because it's so lame. But I'm sure online it'll be completely fucking everywhere. Lakers versus Miami Heat 90% of the time. I get to use the Lakers. Alright. I'm not a bandwagon. I live in Los Angeles, so I get to use the Lakers because they're actually my team. But fucking, it seems like online every single player uses the Heat or the fucking Lakers or the OKC. But nobody wants to use worse teams because it's completely unfair. Like, there's very small chance that you can beat like a LeBron or a Durant if you're using fucking Bobcats or the Hornets or whatever. I mean, you can get lucky, but it's so much easier to play with teams like that, and I don't think it properly compensates who's the better player. It relies too much on the stats of the players. Ooh, getting fucking used. Kobe is more realistic than he was last year. Last year he was like 2008 Kobe, just dunking on everyone. This year he's a little more crafty and less athletic, which makes sense because that's how Kobe plays. He's later in his career he's all been about the deception and not the outpacing. Oh well. They didn't get it. It wasn't because of how they played in the West, though. Fucking offensive rebounds, oh well. The Lakers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. We'll go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Mike Brown. What's the news there, Doris? Oh, other big thing I love about this game, that fucking dribbling stick is amazing. There we go. And cleanup is big in this game. There's a lot, because offensive rebounds are off the charts in this game. They happen way too much, so mastering the cleanup is vital. Fucking a third of your points come from cleanup in this game. And basically the dribbles work is you've got the one dribble which controls your movement and which side of the ball, See, I'm moving the analog stick left, right, and it decides it's 1-to-1 motion. And then the right stick is, crossovers advanced moves, all that kind of stuff. So you got to use both six in conjunction to get past the defender. Really, it's just a matter of getting him to go one way and running the other. It's not that hard to cross people in this game. I mean, honestly, I feel like the defense is a little bit underpowered when it comes to facing a player that actually knows what they're doing. You can lock down bad players pretty easily, but a good player knows how to dribble. Usually get past you pretty easily. See that shit? Now, if I were playing against, like defensive monsters like fucking Howard or something, defense is a lot bigger of a factor. But if your player's bad at defense, a lot of the times they'll just run right into you and shoot right over you. Not really much you can do. Even in my player, it happens all the time. Good shot defense, but it went in still. So it makes you think in the real game, like, I guess I do good defense a lot, but it still goes in. And you'll find that the case is very much repeatable. You will often play great defense, and they'll still go in. But I've experienced that shit so much with 2K that I'm sort of used to. Oh, there it is. There it fucking is. See, that's the shot blocking. It fucking works in this game. That was sick. I gotta give up my props for Howard right there. And the Lakers need to get a fucking new backup point guard. I'm sick of Steve Blake.
Jameson gets his shots off quick inside. He's got all of the flips and up and unders and floaters and half hooks. He doesn't give the defense much time to react. He's quick in getting his shot off, no matter what type of shot it is.
I've noticed a lot more animations in it. I feel like the computer does a better job of choosing the right one. 2K12, oftentimes you do a really stupid move for the situation, and you just be left like, what the fuck? In this game, the AI seems to be a little bit smarter. The animations seem to be a little bit more tight. You do what you probably should do more often than not. And Kobe is still a beast as normal. Kevin Durant looks so sad. It's going to be even more sad by the end of this game. What I've noticed is that Steve Nash and Dwight Howard is amazing on its own. And then you add Kobe to that, and you've got pretty much the only team that can really compete with this is the Heat or OKC. If the Lakers are being used, like if someone goes to Lakers, it's like, alright, you're stepping it up, we gotta use the good teams now. And that's usually how it goes. One guy goes to Lakers, and it's like, fuck, I guess I'll play as OKC now. Because if you try to use a normal team against the Lakers, you're gonna get fucking smashed. This team has 4 stars in the starting lineup. Gasol's a star, and obviously the other 3. Dwight Howard showing his pump fakes. And Dwight Howard is a beast in this game. Like, post-game wise, 2K12 is a little more realistic. He didn't have too great of a post-game. He often did a bunch of athletic, crazy shit that caused misses. But this game, you can actually use him pretty well and pretty consistently, probably more consistently than Kobe. He is a 95 after all, and Kobe's only a 93 in this game. Pick and roll, there it is. Oh, I gotta show you guys pick and roll. All right, so they added a lot easier way to do it. All right, I'll show you when I get the ball back. Howard. Fucking Nash getting the rebound. All right. All right, pick and roll. Right. So you hold the left bumper, selects the guy, and then you wait for it to go to roll, and he does it. It's pretty fucking sick. I'm pretty bad at it. I haven't mastered it completely, but it's awesome. As you can tell. Anyway, I am winning by a lot, so I'm obviously doing something right. But that can change at any moment. I've noticed even more so than 2K12, that a good run will just leave you like speechless. Like, it can start from the smallest thing, from a made free throw, then all of a sudden offense just turns on. You're like, what the fuck's going on? Everything he throws up goes in. And it's right. The game works on a run system, which I was not fully comprehensible when I did that 2K12 video. I look back on it now, I realize you got to do timeouts and shit to change the runs, and the game's all about the runs, and I wasn't really paying attention to that. So if you want to win, you really got to pay attention to the fucking pace and the direction of the game. You got to know when your team is not on a run. You got to know when the other team's hot. You got to call timeouts. You got to adjust your defense. The game wants to see you adjusting shit. If you leave everything default, you're probably gonna lose.
Gasol, a screen on Perkins. Blake gets to Kobe. Gasol covered by Perkins. Gasol passes to Kobe. Outside Kobe. The Thunder pull it in.
I deserve that. So I'll accept that was a bad offensive execution. I'll also accept that was total bullshit. Fuck you, Westbrook. Replays are broken, if you're wondering why. It just showed Dwight Howard. And also, occasionally, the scoreboard at the bottom right of the screen will disappear, leading everyone to pressing pause like every 5 seconds. So I'm hoping, you know, when 2K gets it together in like 6 months when they decide to update the PC version, that they fix that shit.
Blake up top. World peace on the wing. He feeds it to Howard. He passes to Kobe. Tries for the alley-oop.
There it fucking is. I wish the replay was working because it was sick. But Howard, theme of this video for now is that Howard is fucking amazing. They upped him to a 95, and defensively you've already seen what he can do. Offensively he's much better than he was in 2K12. And he's just such a fucking presence. Jesus Christ. Everything he does is just makes teams sad. It's the only way I can put it. And then you got Kobe Bryant on the offensive end.
Right side, Kobe. Back to Howard. Now the pass to Blake. World peace. Off target from three-point range.
Meta is still spotty at best, but he seems a little bit more consistent in this game. I'm sure in real life he'll work out being on. He probably doesn't want to be outshined by the other 4 stars in his team, so he'll probably step it up this year. That's what I'm thinking. He seemed to step it up late last year, especially with that 26-point game and all that good stuff he was doing. Man, I still remember that game. Fadeaways everywhere. Back when Kobe was gone. Hit it, hit it. Ah. So we reached the end of the first half. Oklahoma only scored 12 points thanks to the amazing defense of Dwight Howard. And I already know they're going to go on a huge third quarter run because the Thunder always do. So I'm just going to brace for impact. That's my strategy. Bracing for impact with zone and locking down paint. The coaching chef is pretty much the same as 2K12. There's a little bit different, but the D-pad's similar. The cool thing I like, you press up on the D-pad, I'll show you, and you can see like the special abilities. You can see Meta World Peace is a lockdown defender, and he's physical, so he tires down the guy guarding him or the guy he's guarding. And signature skills, I enjoy that a lot. I think it's a really big improvement, seeing the basics of what a player does. It's cool that 2K went and did that for every player.
6 points for Kevin Durant.
You know, no matter what you do with Durant defensively, nothing bothers him. You try to be physical with him.
That guy, I swear to God, Nash to Howard is an unstoppable combination. It's almost not fair. It's pretty sick though. I'm allowed to have that. I'm allowed to not feel guilty about that because every team has some bullshit thing like that. Oklahoma City has Kevin Durant. Need I say more? Probably not. And then Well, I guess the Bobcats are kind of fucked, but most teams have some sort of ace up the sleeve.
As well as effective for long stretches. He's special.
Nash the pass to Kobe. Dishes to Gasol. 8 away.
I am telling you, Dwight Howard is a monster.
Lead by 11. Now here's Westbrook. 5 points in the game. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma.
You better call a fucking timeout. I'll call a timeout too. Look at me talking tough. I'm playing pro mode, by the way, so it's not really much to be impressed about, if you're wondering. But it's still fun. I'm just learning the game at this point, so. But, you know, it's fun either way. I am playing on simulation, though. I always play on simulation because I think pro mode, I think the three-pointers happen too often in the normal default. But just like 2K12, alley-oops are the name of the game, and when you got a guy like Howard, you can't help but throw it to him almost every time. Because he just fucking, he goes up there and catches it no matter where you fucking throw it. I don't know how else to explain it. And it's nice having a center that can actually jump. The funniest thing about Andrew Bynum in this game, he is the worst he's worse at the jump ball out of every center. I'm playing on the Sixers in my career mode, and I've never seen him win the tip-off. He's lost every single time against every single center. It's pretty sad. They made him like a lazy fuck in this game. Ooh, and there's Nash getting the shot clock. Cheese. I'm feeling it.
Well, it is absolutely remarkable how Steve Nash has been able to maintain his athleticism at his age. I mean, I think it's a testament to great dedication to conditioning.
But yeah, overall, much better game than 2K12. The dribbling alone, the control it adds. And the bounce passes and the ease of getting it to your big man. Big man play, much improved. I've heard people say post game is a little less unreliable, but I think the opposite. I think the big men in their post game has been improved dramatically in this game. It almost feels like the defender against the post is a little underpowered. It seems like you either step back and hit the J and it drops with pretty relative consistency, or you can pump fake and pass out, or get the bounce pass or the dribble to the cutter. And cutters are huge in this game. You get most of your points from cuts, like I just showed with Dwight Howard. And you'll notice it's a lot easier to take it up in this game. And there's that offensive rebound. And can I just say how fucking amazing it is that Steve Nash is on the Lakers? I'm so excited for that. Steve Nash has always been one of my favorite players, and I never got to root for him because he was the rival. But now I get to root for Steve Nash, and that's awesome.
Nash against Westbrook. Nash dishes to Gasol. It's
Bailout.
And it's being called a kickball. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Pau Gasol. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Daquan Cook's checked in for
Get over
Kevin
here,
Durant.
Hard. You choked like a motherfucker last year.
Kobe against Harden.
And that is butter.
And it's the jump shot. 6 points for Kobe Bryant. Back to the Lakers, they struggle at times, but
Since I made the 2K12 video, I have gotten a lot better at 2K games, and it's essentially the same game. I mean, even the graphics, I'm sure you can tell, look almost exactly the same. Character animations, all that. The big improvement this year is the gameplay and I guess the defense, which actually works this year, kind of, unless you're defending LeBron or Dwight Howard.
Barnes with it. Picked up by Collison. Outside, Jamison. And Kobe, here we go. And they force the shot clock violation. Great deep. Some changes
Oh well.
for the Lakers.
I have enough points, I've decided.
World Peace comes in for Antoine Jamison. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Steve Nash. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for
I'm going to show the whole game this time. I only showed half, so nobody knows the end of that Celtics game. I did win. It was cheesy. Did piss me off. This game, oh god. Okay, that worked out. Ball movement. There we go. This game demands ball movement. If you don't move the ball, you're gonna get fucking swarmed. I love shot cock. Jeez, when it's me, I fucking hate it. When it's the other guy, it makes me rage. Like, what the fuck, I defended that perfectly. But I guess you can't really defend Kobe perfectly because time and time again he proves that he misses when he decides to miss, and your defense really isn't much of a factor.
Thanks, Kevin. And it's the Lakers with the Uncontainable Game Award for the offensive stretch they put together. It was in the third quarter when things started falling their way, and they were able to build this lead. No doubt
Hey,
they'll try to keep them
I wish there was an elbow control. You can flop now. I saw a tip. You could do this in 2K12, but they actually call it flopping now, where if you're getting back down, you just hold backwards and your guy will like dramatically fall and get a charge. It's pretty funny.
Nash outside. Gasol. Outside World Peace. From past the arc. And that one's good. World Peace has got the first points up on the
You go online and it's fucking cheese the whole way. People are ruthless. Kind of a good game anymore. It's all bounce pass to dunk. It's all 3-point shots. It's all dunking with overpowered players. But every once in a while you get a good game going. And when you do get a good game going, this game does basketball better than anything else.
They're really coming out and playing a very physical game here.
Nash hits to Jamison. 5 to shoot. World Peace. Jamison dishes to Gasol. Over Perkins.
That was pretty bad, but I'm not really paying
He
attention.
continues to struggle from the field. But luckily for him and his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
Here's Durant. Here's Ibaka. No good. Great tee that time.
There's another example of that defense. And
Harden against
here's
Nash.
another example of that bounce pass, bitch.
Backing down. Buries it down low.
See, post game's fine. I don't understand what people are complaining about.
Right where they wanted to go.
That shit works almost better than it did in 2K12, and it was overpowered in 2K12. Absolutely no way to defend that shit, and it was more consistent than crossing the other player. It was just fucking press A, press Y, do a fadeaway. Shit's more consistent than. It was the most consistent shot in 2K12. Was just going in the post, taking a fadeaway. It was pretty ridiculous. It's like the easiest thing you can do is the most consistent. This game, not so much unless you're using Kobe. Kobe hits those fadeaway jumpers like a motherfucker.
Here we go. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Nice realistic drive. In 2K12, that motherfucker would have just fucking ice skating through the fucking to the rim, glitching everyone in front of him, just pushing people out of the way, everyone sliding everywhere, and then it would end with some ridiculous dunk. But now they actually fucking do realistic shit. Unless LeBron still does bullshit, but
They were a contender, and they controlled their home floor pretty much all season long.
Jamison the pass to Gasol. Second chance shot. Gets it to go.
Well, they haven't gotten much production from him, but
you know, he's not picking up the scoring, but I'm liking the 7 rebounds, so he is putting in the effort. Maybe it's not his game, but it doesn't need to be his game.
And it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 8 rebounds in this game.
another board for them, and they've got a huge advantage in that regard.
Here's my ace.
Yeah, it's not
I
really
never
a
expected because
surprise.
I haven't done it all game.
Rebounding one of the true barometers in winning basketball games, and if you rebound better, you typically are going to win ball games and do it.
Oh shit, that didn't work out.
Nash gets to Gasol.
That didn't work out at all.
By Perkins.
I pretty much got shut down there. Play defense, play defense. There we go. There's the blocks that actually fucking work in this game. 2K12, you go for the block and your guy would just fucking, he'd just jump up in the air and just flail his arm around. Would not, like, as if he wasn't even aware of who he was defending.
Shot clock at 6. He passes to Meeks. Feeds it to Nash.
Aw,
Westbrook with the steal.
Westbrook,
And
you
the Thunder
slimy.
pushing it up now. Puts the lead
Sneaky.
pass.
Oh, there it is.
Perkins with the bucket.
Boy, they were not wasting any time on that.
Well, it's been a fun
Well,
game.
when it starts with the turnover, that's the best time to get out and run. You can beat the defense down the floor that way.
And World Peace kicks to Nash. 40 seconds left to play in the final quarter. World Peace with it. Westbrook picks him up. Left
And
right.
butter. No, not butter.
Jamison, no luck. Thunder shoot.
I don't know, Carter. This looks
Get over here,
over
Westbrook.
now.
You ain't shit.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Oh, he's
This is
kinda
all
shit.
but over.
And it's good.
Nice little run here,
Okay,
but it may
well,
be too little, too late.
this was
Zachary,
2K12,
just not enough time,
or
Steve,
this was
so
not
the
2K.
clock
This is much better than
is
2K. This is
not
what we
there
call
for you.
2K13, and I, unlike 2K12, would recommend you buy this game. The PC version has been stripped. Like, there's no online blacktop. There's no VC points, but the gameplay is best you're gonna get in a basketball game.
Westbrook with the steal. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court.
Here we go, Nash.
Not if that's going to be the result.
Hit the pass. No, no, shoot it.
Near the three-point line, it's Nash.
Oh well.
It's off.
So I win by
Lakers taking care of business.
almost 20 points.
Clark, everything goes right for
Goes to
his
show that control is good.
It certainly was. I mean, these guys played a
That's
great
a
all-around
game that,
basketball
see, the game focuses on
man about wraps it up.
advancing,
Kellogg, Steve
like,
Kerr,
the
Doris
control you have over your player with the ISO motion and all that, and all the new animations. So as long as they keep heading in that direction, the cheese should go down little by little every year as they have to stop relying on it and they can start putting in more control of the player. And I'm really hoping they continue that trend, because I'm liking the control. The dribbles are the best improvement they've had in a few years. The bounce passing's amazing, as I showed in the video. It's great for bounce passes, great for inside passes, and you can fucking pass in this game now. You couldn't pass in the other game. So, yeah, if you are looking for the best basketball simulation out there, that's this game. I hated 2K12. This game's a lot better.